Shalom, dear friends. I am Billy from the Judean School of Religious Studies, and today, we embark on a profound journey through the sacred scriptures. Together, let's unravel the intricate requirements for the Messianic Jewish Messiah. Our exploration of these ancient prophecies carries the promise of redemption, renewal, and unity. Descendant of King David. In our sacred scriptures, we find that the Messiah's lineage is deeply rooted in the ancestry of King David. This isn't just a mere genealogical connection, it's a symbolic representation of the Messiah's role as a righteous and just ruler. The prophet Isaiah paints a vivid picture when he says, "A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse, from his roots, a branch will bear fruit," Isaiah 11 verse 1. This branch signifies the Messiah, who will reign with wisdom and righteousness, just as King David did in his time. Ingathering of exiles and rebuilding the temple. Jeremiah's prophecy in Jeremiah 32 verse 37 reveals a significant aspect of the Messiah's mission, the gathering of the Jewish people from the lands they were scattered to. It's not just about physical relocation, but also about spiritual renewal and reunification. This prophecy speaks of God's unwavering commitment to his people, promising to gather them in safety. Ezekiel's vision in Ezekiel 37 verses 26 to 28 takes us further into the Messianic era, where God's dwelling place will be among his people. This isn't just about the physical rebuilding of the temple, but signifies a deep spiritual connection between God and his chosen people. It foreshadows an era of divine presence and close communion. Universal knowledge of God and observance of Torah. Isaiah's prophecy in Isaiah 11 verse 9 envisions a world where the knowledge of the Lord is as widespread as the sea. This is a transformational shift in human understanding, where all of humanity acknowledges the one true God. The Messiah, in this context, embodies not just a political leader but a spiritual guide who leads people to a deeper knowledge of God. Isaiah 42 verse 4 emphasizes the Messiah's commitment to the Torah, not merely as an observer but as someone who establishes justice on earth. This is more than just following laws, it's about embodying the divine principles of righteousness and compassion, setting an example for all to follow. Recognition, acceptance, and world peace. Zechariah's prophecy in Zechariah 12 verse 10 speaks of a moment when the Jewish people will recognize and mourn for the Messiah, whom they once rejected. It signifies a deep spiritual awakening and acceptance of the Messiah as the one sent by God. Isaiah's vision of nations beating their swords into plowshares and spears into pruning hooks in Isaiah 2 verse 4 represents a world where peace reigns. The Messiah's role here isn't just to bring peace to Israel, but to the entire world, ending the cycle of war and conflict. Redemption of the world and healing abilities. Isaiah's prophecy in Isaiah 25 verse 8 portrays the Messiah as the one who conquers death itself, offering eternal life. It's a promise of ultimate redemption, where sorrow and suffering will be no more. Isaiah 35 verses 5 to 6 further underscores the Messiah's role as a healer, not just of physical ailments, but of the soul. This vision describes a world where disabilities are overcome, and all experience the joy of spiritual and physical restoration. Victory over enemies and restoration of kingdom. Zechariah's depiction of the Messiah in Zechariah 9 verses 9 to 10 is of a humble but victorious king. This illustrates a Messiah who achieves triumph not through brute force, but through righteousness and humility, a stark contrast to earthly rulers. Isaiah's portrayal of a child born who establishes an eternal kingdom in Isaiah 9 verses 6 to 7 signifies a restoration of a divine kingdom where justice and righteousness reign. It's a promise of a new era where the glory of the Davidic dynasty is fully restored. Justice, wisdom, and spiritual transformation. Jeremiah's vision of a righteous branch in Jeremiah 23 verses 5 to 6 assures us of a Messiah who will rule with wisdom and justice. This isn't just about political leadership but about establishing a righteous society. Isaiah's description of the Messiah being filled with wisdom, understanding, counsel, and might in Isaiah 11 verses 2-3 signifies a profound spiritual transformation. It's a promise of a leader who possesses divine wisdom, setting an example for all to follow. Unity, teachings, and divine presence. Ezekiel's vision of a united Israel in Ezekiel 37 verse 22 speaks of the Messiah's role in uniting God's people, transcending divisions. It's not just a physical unity but a spiritual one, rooted in a common faith. Isaiah's prophecy that the law will go out from Zion, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, Isaiah 2 verse 3, signifies the Messiah's teachings, which will guide not just Israel but the entire world towards divine wisdom and understanding. Zechariah's vision of the Lord dwelling among his people and nations joining in divine worship in Zechariah 2 verses 10-11 depicts an era of divine presence and universal recognition of God's sovereignty. Fulfillment and hope. As we delve into these profound prophecies, we glimpse a future filled with hope, renewal, and ultimate fulfillment. These expectations aren't just historical relics, but a beacon of hope that has sustained generations through trials and tribulations. As we await the fulfillment of these ancient promises, we're reminded of Isaiah's timeless words, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength," Isaiah 40 verse 31. Our journey through the messianic requirements has taken us deep into the sacred pages of the Bible, where prophecies weave the tapestry of faith and expectation. For African Americans who are Messianic Jews, the Messiah represents not just a historical figure but a living hope, a beacon guiding us towards redemption, unity, and divine presence. In these ancient promises, may we find solace, knowing that a future fulfilled awaits. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening voyage.